Alright, well, moving on to the omelet. I've got over here my pan, and that's on sort of a medium-high heat there. Closer to medium than to high. And I'm just melting some butter in there. And with an omelet, you know, sort of butter is your friend in an omelet, you know? Don't try to hold back on that. Some people like to just smother it in butter, but you know, I got a decent amount of butter in there. So that's warming up in the pan right there. Then over here I've got some eggs. 2 eggs I'm using. You can use 3 if you want. Scrambled them up, and I put some salt and pepper in there. That's what the flakes are. Okay, so left over from my sandwich, I got some roast beef, and I diced the roast beef up into little pieces. I got some diced tomato left over. I got a little Gouda cheese left over, and I'm also going to put in some goat cheese, because goat cheese in an omelet is quite delicious. So, first thing we're going to do, we're going to take these eggs, and when the butter gets all bubbly like that, that's when you know it's ready to put the eggs in. So, we're just going to pour them in. Alright, now the first thing you want to do is you want to stir these eggs. So, give them a stir. That sort of gets a little bit of air into them and mixes them up with the butter and sort of gives more volume to your omelet. So after you've stirred it once, scrape down the sides. The next the next step is key, alright? So what you want to do is you want to let it sit for 10 seconds or so without touching the pan. And after it's done that, then it'll like create a nice sort of layer on the bottom. And then you want to pick it up and sort of like a pancake, just sort of roll the pan around. And that'll get the rest of the loose egg on top to sort of like even out. So you want to let that sit just like a second more. We want to get it to a point where the top of it is almost hard. And then we're going to start adding the toppings, which to me are the best part of the omelet. There's a lot of different types of omelets that you can make. You can make a French omelet, which is what I'm making tonight. You can make a Spanish omelet. You can make just a regular flop omelet. I don't know what you call that. Or you can make a frittata, which you put in the oven. And all of them are very delicious. But anyways, I got to put the toppings in now, so let's go do that. So what we're going to do, you can see the omelet is loose in the pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the roast beef, and we're just going to sprinkle it over the top 2/3 of the pan that are away from the handle, okay? Remember that, away from the handle. Let's turn the stove down a little bit. So, got that on. Next we're going to put the tomatoes in. And again, we're going to do that only in the top 2/3. You'll see why in a second. After we get that in, we want to put in the cheese. And we're going to get in the goat's cheese also. Alrighty, so the goat cheese is in. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this bottom end of the omelet that's next to the pan, and we're going to fold that over, like so. That's the first fold. The next fold we're not going to do until we get it into our plate. So you want to get it in the pan, and after the first flop, you want to just like let it get right into on your plate, and then just flop it over just like that. And then the rest of it will get cooked just by the heat of the omelet. And there you have it. That's the omelet. Now we got our toast. Alrighty, well we got the toast and we got the butter, and we buttered the toast. And so now everything's done. So, all that's left to do is to take the first bite on camera, as always. And so, we're going to cut ourselves a little piece of omelet over here, and get a little piece of toast, and get them all together somehow. There we go, I think we've done it. And, that is delicious. Now, I made it with roast beef. That's a bit an odd ingredient for an omelet, but it is delicious. You can do it with ham. You can do it with turkey. You can do it with pretty much any sandwich meat. And that's what's great about it. The sandwich and the omelet. Anyways, see you next time.